Hello, testing. Okay, let's try this. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but I'm going to try it anyway. The purpose of this video, or this live, is to show progress on the booster accounts, as well as share how you can progress, because these accounts aren't going to be the same as a normal account, because I'm trying to get them boosted as soon as possible, but I can still share how you're supposed to do it anyway. Plus, the main YouTube account has just got to 0.6, so it's quite a good time to show between the three of them the steps. But first, I want to just go back. It's been about 2 weeks since the last live I did for this account, and I just want to share that piece of video, and then we'll progress from there. And this what? Let's put that video up. Now is about the time I'm gonna wrap this up. Just take a quick look. So I don't have these. They're not really that important right now. I don't quest till later, so I'll get those when I have extra gold or extra stones to waste. I'll upgrade these later as well. I'll get this to get that. I'll save to get this so that all of these flying gold can go away. I'll also save for the next lab so I can get, oh, hold on, some more gold. What did we have over here? Obviously, I'll upgrade this as my gold continues to go a little bit further, and then focus on that. I will also get these soon. So another thing I can suggest, once you've gotten to 0.4, like at this, even at this stage, if you don't make enough gold, you buy the eggs and try to complete this shiny pets. But I used to do it as a strategy when I first started, but once they come out with the egg pass thing, I no longer do it, because the egg task used to go together with how I did the shiny pets. But so what you do is you buy one egg and you play your game during the day, and then at night time, Waylon, won't say the last part. Hi. I'm just replaying the video and then updating. Must be a new friend. Let me see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The server is full at the moment. I am in a public server, but it's full at the moment. Winnie. Hi, Winnie. And I don't really want to swap servers right now because it took me a long time to do what I'm about to do. But yeah, I'm in public servers, but it's full at the moment. If you leave it overnight, you just put it on, like start from common, turn egg lock off, which is up here, turn egg lock off, turn fuse lock off, leave it overnight, wrong one, this one, leave it overnight to get majority of the shinies. That will give you more gold to save up the next day, so then you can carry on grinding if you can't sustain prodigious egg. But who's to say you can't do it during the day as well? It's just the more time you can spend grinding to make stones, the faster your upgrades, you can get your upgrades done. But I used to do that, just go through. So first night I'd do commons, and then I'd save up a lot of gold so that I could hatch prodigious no matter what server I was in, because I had lots of gold. And then the next day do the next night do uncommon, like that. Plus you get the task and then you get 5 points, like. But I used to do it with the eggs, with the hidden egg task, but do it a different way now that you have the egg pass. I've already done those. Where is this one? Yeah, I've already completed those, which again, without that pass, you can't get those done that fast this early. But the extra lab points are helpful. Yeah, so I won't get the other eggs. It's a little bit later because I don't need to do the egg task, and I won't be going for the shinies, the 240 shinies, anytime soon. So I save a bit of stones. Instead of buying those, I can upgrade other things. These, I probably won't get these for a long while. Well, not really long. Once I get to 0.5, I probably would buy those and then upgrade the wall. Upgrade this wall. I just upgraded this because I had excess gold. And yeah. And after all that is done in that cave, there is this to upgrade, which goes to 200, and they tell you to get 200, but out of all my accounts I've only ever got 1 to 198. So, you know, And then there's this, and in there are the carts right there, and the axes right there. So it's like what, 5 to 6 months to get from the start of an account to the end, which is like this one over here, this 261. So from the start of this progress to where this stage is at, it takes about 5 to 6 months for. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that video is 2 weeks ago. And then it's like a couple of days because there are 3 videos I did. I did this process over 3 days. So now we'll go and see all the progress. Again, I still have not got those because I'm not questing. I did eventually get those. I got this up just a little bit. And I got the lab. I did do the shiny task just because I needed a little bit more lab tasks. Points, I mean, from the lab tasks. And I got that to 100. And this is a choice. For me, really, this is a choice as to where you want to stop. But I found that 3.5 for the amount of gold, the amount of stones you have to save to get it. You could go to 4 and it could help your progress a little bit faster, but after this, you're going to get the Ascended Egg, which gives you more stones. So this will be faster to upgrade. So I leave it to about 3.5. I got all of those. And all these. And then I upgraded the Met Podium. Go get a free egg. Oh, nice. Cloned. Cool. So I upgraded mine to 117, but you could get like 110 to whatever. I got it to this because, where is it? I only had 7 points on this metallic before I did the shiny task. I did this one and I got the 5 points, but I had already upgraded my podium. But I really wanted to get the full Met on here because it did make a difference. It's still high, but again, it's only to open the door so that I can get the Ascended Egg over here. So that was that upgrade from the last video. I don't have any runes because I have not quested. And for these accounts, I will not quest, just because I am trying to get them to 1200 as fast as I can. I should quest, I can quest, but I just choose not to, because the extra metallic luck would help go a little bit faster. But it does take time to quest as well. Let's go see my wall. Shiny wall. I haven't paid much attention at all to this, and I know that as an 0.4, like all of these 0.4s, you would think that getting shiny styles or shinies is the point, being in that collector score. But for me, it kind of isn't, because no matter what you're doing, as long as you're cranking the highest egg possible, you're gonna get shinies anyway. Yes, it's cool to get this wall lower, but the higher it gets, the longer it's gonna take to max, and this goes up to 10. So I think you can get it to about 3.5 before you enter the mine, but you can't really get it that high until you enter the mine and get more gold. Let's go see damage wall. I'm in a public right now, so all of these people are probably trying to do their quests. That's okay. Again, I haven't really focused on the wall either. Well, let's just put some on here. Just because we're here. Again, this isn't gonna get to max. This is 1,000 for its max. But they say get it to about 450. I usually go 475 before just completely leaving it. Go over here. I did this wall and upgraded that. I got these. I got this, so then the gold would stop following me. I got full speed. One more. I got this wall. So between that video, so that's the 0.4 stage to the early met stage, it's basically building up stones for your gen speed. Personal preference, really. But more gen speed means these eggs going across give you more chances for eggs. So I just think 3.5 is like a good place to be at for the amount of stones that you have to pay. And then getting this to a point. So I started this met hunt the day before yesterday, because I did the shinies. I did the whole shiny thing in a day, and then I only had one epic and one legendary, which I left it on epic, and by the morning I had got the legendary, so the points were there. And then I left it on this lab with the 7 points, and then once I got the points I put them there. Again, this is just a personal preference, but as long as I got this, but ideally, no, this is part is fine. For a normal account, this part is fine. This is the whole process I go through on all of the other accounts that I've made. If we go over to this one, where is this? This one? Are we here? Yeah, okay. So we go over to here, and this one is the YouTube One account who has already opened the door. Okay, so if we're doing the progressions, so YouTube 2, after what it's done, it comes here and it opens the door, and yay, we are in mine. And you know, you do the whole jumping around and you look around and you see what's in there, and it's so cool, but you can't do anything. But this is what you get to look forward to on the next part of your journey. And although no, all of them aren't going to do the process that I'm going to talk about, just because they're boosters. We can still talk about what to do. So from the last count, when it gets 100 mets, which is at 59 right now, once it gets it, it comes in here, it buys this, and sadly, it goes straight back here. But the purpose of that, I think I'm up to that point. Let's see. The purpose of going back there is to build more stones. Okay, here we go. So I have brought these just because I could. And obviously these will not get brought until you go into mine. I've upgraded to 3. You could go to 3.5 if you wanted. I like 3. And I did not get the last one because I have enough points for mets. I've upgraded that. And it was the same for this account. From the other account, they all stayed on 3.5. So it upgraded to 5. Hello. Hello there. Oh yes, another clone. Nice. I did see you earlier in the private server. How's your progress going? Oh, I've just been trying to rebirth as much. Nice. I mean, it can go really fast if you want it to. It just depends what you brought in here to help you progress in your rebirths. And then once you have that and have at least 100 for one machine, which is this one, then you're set. Just keep going round and round in circles. This one did do a little bit of questing just because people are on all different areas, so the quests seem to fill up. Well, I did get some. So some differences from what I'm doing on this account to what a normal person who's using their account to progress through the game and ascend is right now all I'm doing for this account is getting this up. Now I'm only getting it up to 180. I do it on my main. I do it on every other account. That again is just a personal preference. They do tell you max it out, then you can get more ingots and mats faster. But I'm not in a race, and well, I play my game how I play my game, so I'm only going to get this to 180. And once I get that to 180, I then will show you the next account, and that's what will be happening on this one. But on a normal account's progression, you would want to save stones to get this last one, and you can also save stones sorry about that. You can also save stones to upgrade these, and they're recommended numbers for these are 17.5 for all of those, and 6 for this, and 6 for this. I started with 18 on these on my pre-ascend, and I found it just a little bit more helpful. And then with this one, I went to 6.4 pre-ascend, and I don't know why, but I went 662 on this. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but it saves 1 point in the lab. Oh look, there we go. There's Winnie. I think that was the one that was talking before. On this one it saved 1 point, so that meant I could put an extra point somewhere else. So if this was being a normal account right now, I would be saving to upgrade the wall, the podium, and upgrading the carts and getting the pickaxe. But since it's not going to be a normal account, all I am doing is getting the map podium to 180, and I will switch it over to mets, and I will change this account so we can see what we will do next. This one. I forgot the cool music. This one? Yes. Okay. Forgot some music. Okay, there we go. We're on this one? Okay. So this is the main YouTube account. And So the 3 accounts are pretty much like the progression after each other. So the last one, once I get that to 180 on the Met Podium, so it will get 180 on the Met Podium, and then it will switch to the Met. Medicine Lab. So the reason I didn't get the this last one here is because I don't have enough points to put into there, because here I would have had to get 20 points, which I have, but I wouldn't have any extra. So I decided that I'm just going to leave it here. As long as I had full on this, then I would be fine. I know it's going to be a little bit slower, but it will get there eventually. Like I said, I'm not in a race. I do want to get it done, but I'm not in a race. I'm doing as much as I can to get the 1200 mets, because at that point is when it starts becoming a booster. But throughout the whole process, looking at tasks and getting as much points as possible was what I was trying to do from the YouTube 2 account. Whatever I had in there, the goal was to get the most points so that I can at least get these 2 on the top here, because they're going to be helpful. So this one just turned 0.6 earlier this morning, and I know some people focus on the collector score and they're like, oh, like now I'm 0.6, I need 250 green hearts. Green hearts giant score, which is not the case at all. Like, you don't have to now go to that and get that, because it's actually quite impossible. Well, not impossible, just very hard, because you can't get a giant without having a titanium, and the chances of you going in to your giant hunt with such low titaniums, it's a bit hard. It's not impossible, it's just really hard. Then, you know, you waste your ingots and everything. But like I said, this one isn't progressing to get these. If this was a normal account, I would have already got these as well, and I would have got quests done, because that would be the normal procedure from the last account. Getting that to 180, doing auto quests to get these done. Oh, I can't go behind that wall, but giant luck as well. Getting all of those done. This one, because this one's going to help you so much in when you do giant hunting. But since this is not the normal account, you don't see those. So before you get to this process that this one is on at the moment, you would want to have a majority of these. I think I'm gonna have to go back earlier to show which ones are better to get. Let's just get that because we can. Yeah, but with the collector score, it changed, but my goal doesn't change. I'm still gonna met hunt until I get all of the titaniums, and then after that I will do the process that I would have done earlier. But because I'm not questing, I don't need a higher gold multiplier, so I don't have to worry about that step right now. I still do have to do giant hunting because this one is going to be the giant for this team, and the other two are just titanium, so they only get to this stage where I am now, but they have all 1200. I'm leaving them at that, but this account is going to be the giant account just because I like titaniums. So yeah, this will just stay like this, and I don't know how long it's going to take. My other pre-ascends took about 2 months, I think it was, but they had the rune walls done, so looking about 2 months for this to get all mets, and the other two, well, they won't be too far behind. Which one are we going to? The second one. Second? Yep, there we go. Oh wait, no, that one has sound, this one doesn't. I can hear music, but it's not the right one. Okay, this one. Do you have music? Okay, there we go. That one has some music. We go back to this one. Or is it the other one? No, it's the other one. Oh god. I've never done this before. I have all 3 of them that took me ages just to put up. But we're working with it. The joys of doing lives. So much easier. This one. Oh, one. Same. No, this is the right one. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Wait, now we have 2. Oh my lord. Turn that one off. Okay. Oh, we are on the right account. Yes. Okay. This is confusing. But you shouldn't have lots of accounts. Okay. So we're talking about normal account now. So we go all the way back to YouTube 2, who is trying to get into the door. That step is normal. Now this one has opened the door. It has brought this after it's jumped around in there and tried to smack an egg, but there is no axe, so it went back and cried in the corner over here. And it will start to build stones to get this lab point, which is not lab point. This last lab is 5 million. Yeah. Is it 5 million? Yeah, there's 5 million to get that, but it can wait. But it's best to get it before you start mining, because these ones up here are so useful. So you kind of do it when you're in the building stage, which is now, when you're trying to build for Metpodium and carts. The thing about this game that I love is that there's so many different ways that you can play it. Right? You can just get Metpodium up and then start Met hunting. And then after that, you can go and build for these. But then I think if you do it that way, it's a little bit harder to do quests. Because when you're doing Met hunting, you don't gain as much gold multiplier. Your shiny luck doesn't go down much either, because when you're generating stones, these give your pet score and everything. When your pet score goes up, your shiny luck goes down, your gold multiplier goes up. But when you're met hunting, everything kind of just stops and it just finds your mets. Your gold does go up a little bit, but not as much as when you're building stones. And for me, on my main account, I've kind of just stayed on building stones as long as I can. Again, like, I'm not even focusing on the shining luck because it's gonna come eventually, and you just don't make enough gold out here or even in Grotto to get this to a decent amount. So yeah, I don't focus on that. You can if you want to. I probably recommend that you do. And as you can see, I made enough gold already to be able to buy the Ascended Egg, which is, we'll go back and talk about that. Let's do a quest. Who is this? Okay, here's my team. I have a whole titanium team with our little baby damage. And we'll just put it in here. We've got 327.5 damage. I mean, gold multiplier. And now that this one has the titanium team, it's been more useful. No, it's not this one, it's the other one that's not useful, not as useful. I don't mind that. There are a few tasks that you can get. I don't really know how I can do a comparison, but we just look what we have here and we will swap it. Push the button. Push the button. Swap it between this one. This one? Is that the new one? Is that the new one? Or is it? No, yeah, this is the YouTube 2 account. So kinda similar. Obviously, it's not got the titanium, earn the titaniums, because you kind of get that more when you already have titaniums, which is the stage YouTube 1 is at. So along the way, as building stones, you do tasks as well. The more lab points you can get, the better it is. Onward. Go back to this one. Which was this one? I don't think I'll try this again. This is so complicated. So yeah, trying to get like the most amount of lab points as you can along the way just helps with your stone grind. We're almost finished. Not really, but we'll get there in a moment. Memento. I like pointing this out though. Like I get people like to do quests because they're like, oh yay, 125 billion gold. I need that. Even during early stages, or like from 0.0, it's fine to do quests because they are helpful. But once you get to mountain, then they're not as helpful. Oh, there we go. We got quest luck, and we don't even have that in our lab, so that's cool. And we're gonna put them back. What was I saying? Oh, quests. That's right. So from at the start, when you're 0.0, it's cool. Do the quests because, you know, you get free eggs and sometimes free money. I think when I started, they had like the gold potions, so you could have 2 times gold. I don't know if they do that anymore. I've never actually tried it again. But then when you get to mountains, it's like, or if you're in a mountain server, it's better to stay wherever it is that the majority are, so that you can earn these crystals, this crystal score, because the more you can get of that, the more gold multiplier you get in the cave. As long as you've brought this though. If you forget it, you lose out. So yeah, more EC you have, the more gold multiplier you have. And I will bring in my main, just because that's kind of the next process after the main YouTube account. There's Winnie. Hi, Winnie. Let us see if I can do that actually, because it took me ages to figure out how to. Let's just put one of these back over here because I'm finished with it. This life has kind of been like around and around and up and down. It's okay. I'm not at all good with video editing, so it takes me so much longer to figure that part out. but I'm in the process of talking about collector score. Let me see if I can put this one on. I'm in the process of trying to talk about collector score. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm going to try it. Whoop. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, it did it. Yeah. Okay. I cannot see your chat in there. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. This is my main account. And as we saw before, the YouTube main account had just gotten into 0.6. So even it would stay there for a long time. Just like I've got here, but I have all the commons and I just got the uncommons, and I did a little bit of mining this morning, and I was able to get this last one that I needed to complete the commons, and I got these within 2 hours, which I mine for the bonus, so the shiny bonus, and I do it in groups of 2 because I do it between mets and shinies. So one day I do mets, one day I do shinies, and I do 2 hours, and when I do 2 hours of shiny, I go for giants to try and get some shiny giants. And today I got this one, and I had already got these ones before. So now I will continue to do the giant hunting for 2 hours every other day until I complete this, and then every other time I am trying to get the rest of these metallics. This one again is personal preference, I think. Let me just turn this down, and I don't even know if it is coming from there. No, it's not. It's coming from here. Okay. No. Well, I don't even know where it's coming from. I don't know where the music's coming from. But it's loud and I can't hear. I don't even know where it's coming from. One. Oh. There we go. It's coming from there. What did I turn down? I don't even know. Okay. So back to the normal process and personal preference. I actually brought all of these axes, which again they'll probably tell you not to. I think they tell you to get about emerald picks, just these 2. But they tell you don't get higher. But again, and this is my game. I'm gonna play my game how I play it. For me, it just made sense that I'm on a stone grind anyway, and I noticed on my stone grind that my shiny luck was going down, So I thought, hey, why not? Like, why not just keep going? Because you got to get it lower anyway, and you got to build the stones anyway. So I brought all the pickaxes, and then I did all the carts. I did contemplate whether putting these back to 18 and 6.4, but I'm actually doing quite well because this ascension I didn't do what everybody else did, and went for more met luck. I did not do that. I actually got more giant luck. So, and the reason I did that was just because my giant luck, I looked at pre-ascend. My mets, I didn't really see them, so I didn't see how long they took. This ascension, however, I can see how slow they're going, so I will be putting some met luck when I ascend. But I didn't put it to 6.4 because I had this, and I like how my giant hunt is going. So yeah, I suppose, you know, if you're trying to race through the game or whatever, you probably wouldn't do it this way. At the end of the day, the game is yours. You play it how you want to play it. Yes, there's efficient ways. Yes, there's better ways. Blah de blah de blah. But I play it how I want to play it. But I always try to, you know, because I'm in the Discord and I see what the other people say, we see what the top tier people say, and I do try to say the same thing as them and not what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, it's each and everybody's game. You should just do it your way, I guess, but know what each things are and how they help you. So yeah, even though I'm showing my progress and how I'm playing it, that's just me. That's how I'm playing it. I have some more ingots, and like I said before, 180. That's my number. That's as low as it's getting for me. And I think the pre-ascend I did the same, and it was anywhere between like 25k 23k or something. So, you know, it's not very far off. So I don't think I'm going to get mets really fast because I don't have much on that stat, but I'm okay with that. Today is met day, so I used this timer was yesterday's met, this met that I just got, and then the new met code that just came out, which is, let's see, we see that. Oops. While we're here, while we're live, we might as well show it because you're allowed to. Except I can't use them because it'll say it's already been used. So the first one, it says the magic far away 3. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a gold one. You want to use that? That's a gold one. The wind in the willows. That's a shiny one. That's already used, because I did that yesterday. And then the metallic one is Rainbow Bright, which I already used. So those codes, I think they change every week. They have a week, not from now. the weekend anyway. It'll change, they'll expire by the weekend, so try to use those in your convenience before the weekend. But yeah, so that YouTube main is 1.6. It just turned 1.6. But like I said, it's only going to get to Mets. Once I get YouTube 1, well, once it gets 1200, I'm going to change it. Let's put the other one back. Had enough of looking at this account. Except I don't know which one. This one. See. Boop. Oh yeah, there we go. Boopity boop. We'll go back to this account, which is the ultimate start. Excuse me. Put that account back. Okay, now we're back to this one, which is the start. So yeah, they're three. The YouTube 2, YouTube 1, and the YouTube account are pretty much 3 in progression. They're just going through the stage. But like I said, they aren't going through a normal stage. They're just, because I'm using them for boosters, they do a different route to what a normal account would go. And a normal account would get do questing. But to be able to do the questing, you would have to get a good multiplier, which they say is this one, the permanent, to be 2000. So then when you go to 2 times, it'll be like 4000 on here, and the questing will be easier to do, because that's ultimately what questing is. Depending on how much gold multiplier you have, the faster they will complete. So questing and then building stones for the carts, which will give you enough multiplier to be able to do the quests. Hello. I'm not gonna try and butcher your name, but hello. How are you? Yeah, so normal account goes through questing, so you can get runes. Oh, that's what we were going to talk about, runes. I want to talk about the runes. Why is it doing that? Okay. I'll just talk about what they say. Majority of the time I have seen them say getting egg luck to 5% or 5, and then working on these 2, and then finally this one. I understand why they would say getting egg luck to 5%. It makes sense, because when you get to YouTube 1's progress and all you're doing is building stone, you need as much egg luck as possible, so that you're getting more mythics than you are ascended egg. Eventually you want to get this to 10%, or is it? Yeah, 10%. You want it to get to full, but 5% is good, as well as your badge. Getting that up as much as you can is helpful. And then depending on the stage that you're in, if you don't earn enough gold, get you some gold. Shiny luck is good, because when you're building stones, obviously you want more shiny luck. And then by that stage, when you're doing quests, you still won't be on Met hunting, so this gives you time to get this done. I think on my main I did 3 weekends, of 2 times questing to get all of this done. So it's not easy to find a questing server, but if you have, like, you join the Discord, sometimes they have the groups where they'll do questing, so you can try and jump on board. But again, it's about getting the right gold multiplier so that you can successfully do your questing, because the lower you have for gold multiplier, the harder the quests become. So yeah, and then obviously I can't get in there right now, but Giant Luck is in there. By the time you've finished all of these ones, you can spend the points on Giant Luck. I think that one's the highest one, like the cost of runes. But eventually you get them all done in a questing server. I can't say much for those who can't get in a questing server. Have my own server to do quests in. That's the luxury I have of multiple accounts. But there are questing servers, so don't feel like you're gonna miss out because you can't do questing. If you look hard enough, you will find a server where you can quest in, and it'll be much easier on a 2 times weekend when they spread all of the pets out and you can get runes. Yeah, I think that's about all the updates I have for these accounts. My alt here is almost, it's very slow, that's what it is. I don't know what happened to that account, but it doesn't have any ingots anymore, so it is taking a very, very long time for it to get to where it needs to be. So as much as you want to mine and have fun mining, try to save as much ingots as you can. Because yeah, it's taken a really long time for that, and it has no ingots, and I mean, it's still progressing, but I just want it to be finished so that I can put it to its full boosting capacity, because right now it does not have the lab for full boost. But we will get there. Other than that, I don't know what else I can put in there. Can I add you by chance? If not, it's alright. I'm in your server. I'm Hee. Oh yeah. Wait, what are you? Hee. You're Hee. Yeah. I can add you, but once you get to about like where is it? I'd say about 20k shinies, you may not find yourself on the list anymore. You're welcome to join the servers. You're welcome to follow the YouTube accounts. I put them in a server at nighttime, so if you're friends with them, you'll be able to get in. I'll add you on the other account as well, so you can get friends bonus. There we go. There we go. I added you on all 3 of them, so you can get the friends bonus. And yeah, so if you see these top 4 accounts all roll together, right now we're in the public, but at night time I put them in the private server, and I just added you on all of them, so you'll be able to enter the server. Oh, I thought I did that. It's not working. what button to push. Okay, there we go. Yep. Okay, there we go. Accepted them. Maybe if you oh yeah, there we go. I don't know what it was doing. There you go. And get friends bonus. Friends bonus will give you some extra gold. You're very welcome. So yeah, just as I said, like I jump Publix, but I do stop at a certain point for shiny people at 0.4, just because I like to help the lower people. So, but you're most welcome to join for now. But in the case that you don't see my name anymore, it's just because your progress higher than where I'm helping. But yeah, I think that's all the progress I have. Progress updates for them, and I know it was a little bit jumpy, but the progress between each, and I think I gave enough information for where you progress in your next stages. Can't think of anything else that I may have missed. And yeah, like I said earlier, my next video I'm trying to work on is collect the scores. But it's gonna take me some time. Oh, also when you quest, wrong one. When you quest, obviously you want those where is it? It walks so slow. You want to have those already by the time that you quest, but when you quest, kind of want more chances of gold. So having gold on this first one, but on the second one you want to try these ones, to have these ones on, because they're going to help. Well, this increases quest luck, which makes it so that sometimes, I think it was earlier that it actually happened, when I tried the questing, you saw the quest luck come up, so it kind of skips one of the quests, and it can do that like 5 times in a row sometimes. So the more you have of that, where is it? Quest luck. So the more you have of that, like the more chances it'll skip the quest, and then you get the money or the runes or whatever is on there. And then this line will have the quest difficulty. I mean, self-explanatory, but it basically means, like, see, this is 15 billion to complete this. Oh no, sorry, it's 15 billion as a reward, and you have to get 80 billion. So the quest difficulty will make it so that it might be 40 billion that you've got to get, or 20 billion, whatever. Like, it lowers how much gold you have to get to be able to complete the quest. Alright, so having those two on in there, this in here, I've never actually ever used this one. Does it say earn a gold multiplier in your quest area? I don't know. I guess if you want more gold, you would have that, but I have never, in the whole entire time that I've been playing, I have never done this one because gold has never been a problem by the time I've done questing. So maybe not waste it on that. And depending on what stage you're in, because you can still stone build and met build, whichever one you're doing, you can still use these, right? So like I'm on met build right now, I still have clone. These two I would take off to put onto here. This I would, instead of putting it there, I'd put it here. As long as I have 10 on here, I'll put the other 5 there. And then that's it for the below. And if I was stone building, it's not really much different, to be honest. What is this? What even is that? Oh, I see. This is a different account. I forgot about that. But yeah, there's not much difference when you stone build either. Like you put those two over there. And depending on what stage you are, I think by the time you actually do questing to be able to use these, you actually get enough gold to produce prodigious or ascended egg. It probably would be on ascended egg, not prodigious, when you're doing quests anyway. But like when it comes to this one, you've got 10 egg and 5 calc, but if you're doing questing, you want to try and get this one. But if you don't kinda care how much the quest is, or you have a good multiplier, you don't have to care about that. You can just carry on with your calc. Why do I have to? Okay, we'll just do this. But then there are some, like in met hunting, you kind of want mets and clones, but they're not in the same line, so it's okay to use. I don't do questing, so that's why it's on Calcify. I probably could put it over there, but I'm not too worried about the quest, and sometimes I can get enough to be able to get mythic, so I just put it on that. I put it on calc. I don't even know if that's right or wrong, but like I said, it's my game. I'm gonna do what I want. Yep. We'll get another egg. Yep. I think that's about it. About all I have. All I have for those updates and the progressions. Like I said, I know it's pretty mumbled, like mumbled up, but it's there. If you make the pieces, it's there. Just, yeah, do your best, especially when you have open mountain, or you know, like this 0.1 from this time up, to be in the area to gain more EC, because ultimately that is going to help you more than whatever the reward is for this quest. Over time, it's going to get you more, and it's going to be more helpful. But again, yeah, it's not a do it, you have to do it. It's just saying, I learned my lesson about doing my own questing, and it kind of failed. Kind of failed me. Do you have any tips for getting more gold? What is you? You are 4. I guess like trying to get this up to 100 at your point. Getting that up, making sure you have prosperous grounds just in case you missed it. Make sure this one, you brought this one. I do not know why this thing is going so slow. Getting this to 100. Also, this is the one that'll get you the extended drop rate if you haven't got it on the wall. And then this one will also get you much more gold. And this one and this one contributes to you getting more gold, as well as a good server. Which mine is not very good at your stage, just FYI. At your stage you want to kind of have the same amount, if not more, that's in mountain but in here, because it'll give you more EC as well. That's why I kind of kick people off the list when they reach just above your stage. Yes, the prosperous grounds, drop rate on the wall, trying to get that to max. The rebirth cave, and then just trying to what do you call it? Gen the highest egg possible so that you can get more shiny points. And eventually over time you'll get enough gold multiplier. Thanks for the tips. You're welcome. Thank you for asking. Oh yeah, this is my team. I didn't do what they told me to do. Sorry. I'll just put that piece in there right now. So before you do the 100, before you change to mets to get the 100, they will tell you to get like 4 to 5 titaniums. I guess that's because of income. Because ultimately you want to make sure that here you're gaining enough so that by the time you go and buy the ascended egg, you can actually afford to gen it. I think it's what 130 million, I think, that you have to earn at full speed. And I know mine's very jumpy right now, but if I get the ascended egg, I'm still going to be able to gen it because I only have 3.5, and by the time I actually raise that to 5, I'm going to be earning more than 130 million per second to be able to get that. So I think that's why they tell you, oh, wrong one, to get the 4 or 5 titaniums. As you can see, I only have 1, but I'm in the same server. Well, now I'm in the same server and I can still earn, but I was in my other server before and I was earning more than what I earn now, so that's why I changed over, because I could afford it. But now it's going to be staying in this server and it can earn it, so that's why I switched. So that's the other thing before you do the met hunting. It's just making sure you have enough gold income so that when you buy the ascended egg, you're able to afford it. See, mine's jumpy, it goes down low and then goes up high, but at the same time, when you get the ascended egg, it then starts getting shiny points on ascended and mythic eggs, which you can see here. Shinies. These are the points you get. So once I get that ascended egg, I'm gonna start getting 30 or 40 points depending on which egg it's hatching and which shiny it gets, and that's gonna make my gold go up. So I can afford it now, which I can. It's only gonna get better when I start doing ascended eggs. So yeah, before you do the 100 mets, make sure that you can afford the speed that you're at currently. I think you just times that by 20 million, because that's how much it costs per egg, and then however much that is for you, then that's how much it's going to cost. And don't forget to save at least 20k stones so that you can actually buy it without having to build stone first. I think that's about it. Now that is actually about it that I have for the progressions of these accounts and any helpful information that I could think of for a normal player. I don't think there'll be any more lives for a long time with these ones, just because I'm only getting them to 1200 mets, and then I'll have to build stones for the main YouTube account so it can progress to 0.9. But yeah, I am still jumping publics when I can to find the lower players. I now have all 3 accounts in one, so that helps with people having friend bonus. So when you see them, add them. If I'm near the computer, I will add you back. I tried to check on the website when people send friend requests, so I'm not always like there to accept it, but I'll try to accept it. I do, however, take people off the list once they reach a certain amount of shinies, just so that more lower people can join. I did say that in the other video of meeting my team. But yeah, they'll just keep going. Again, I put all of them into one of YouTube or YouTube One's private server, and you're most welcome to join. They're always just gonna be there. So if there's not enough room, I'm so sorry. Try another server and maybe come back later. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be another live with these accounts for a long time, just because there's no more progression for them until they reach their 1200s. Yeah, that's about it. So I will leave it there. Thank you for popping in the chat. Thank you for adding me. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Have a great day.